Hello and welcome to Helsinki. Today we'll be flying Norwegian between Helsinki and Stockholm. This trip starts as we arrive at Helsinki Airport via the train. We made our way upstairs to departures and to Terminal 2 where our Norwegian flight will leave from today. Today's flight is at 22:50 or 10 to 11 and it's much later than what I wanted to fly. The 8:45 flight that I was supposed to catch had earlier been cancelled. This trip was taken back in March 2019 with the intention of flying on the Norwegian Boeing 737 MAX. However, this trip happened just a few weeks after the grounding started, meaning a change of flights and a change of aircraft. The terminal in Helsinki is bright and modern and everything you'd expect from Scandinavia. There's even a Moomin shop to pick up souvenirs before you leave. Boarding started late, around 10:45, and was absolutely chaotic. No queue or system, just everyone for themselves really. Luckily we were amongst the first to board, meaning somewhere for our cabin bag to fit into the lockers. For today's flight we're in seats 8E and 8F. Before we push back, let's have a quick look at the safety card on Norwegian's 737-800. If you look carefully, you'll see it's the same card for the MAX aircraft too. At around 11 PM we taxied out and took off for our short 1-hour flight to Stockholm. It's a relaxed atmosphere this evening, everyone's fairly tired and the cabin has this lovely red hue. I do like the Boeing Sky interior. The seat Norwegian uses is similar to many other airlines and is fairly comfortable, if a little tight with the pockets by your knees. Norwegian Air Shuttle has grown hugely in recent years, with destinations across Europe, North Africa and both North and South America. Very different when I compare it to what it's like in late 2020. A short nap later and we're touching down at Arlanda. I've no idea which runway it was, but if you could let me know in the comments, please do.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Stockholm and Arlanda Airport. Finally, on behalf of our captain and all the entire crew, I'd like to thank you for choosing to fly Norwegian this evening. It has been such a great pleasure looking after you. We look forward to see you on board on another Norwegian scheduled service in the very near future.
I'm a huge Norwegian fan and I've tried their short haul products a few times now, but it's always a comfortable ride and I can see that the airline is a step up from Ryanair. There is no border check on this intra-Scandinavian flight, so we're into the mainly closed departure lounge. We headed into Stockholm and straight to sleep before exploring Stockholm the next day. Now, over 80% of those watching my videos aren't currently subscribed. Chances are that's you watching right now. If so, go on and click the subscribe button so you don't miss out on any future videos that I'll post. And if this is your first time you've seen one of my videos, check out the Trip Reports playlist. There's loads of trip reports and flight videos that I'm sure you'll enjoy. Stockholm is an absolutely lovely city to explore, and I'd recommend a free walking tour in every city you visit actually. One of the most amazing things about Stockholm are these spectacularly decorated underground stations. If you're here, you'll probably find them by accident, but make sure you make a point of going to visit them yourself. Anyway, after a day of exploring, it's time for us to head back to Arlanda for our Scandinavian A320neo flight to Heathrow. Again, we used the pricey Arlanda Express train to take us to the airport. It's Terminal 5 for today's flight and we've checked in online and have mobile boarding passes, so it's straight through security. Unlucky for me, my coat flagged for a swab, but it didn't take too long to get sorted, and Manchester Airport could definitely learn a few lessons here. Like most airports, you're into duty free once you exit security, before entering the main lounge with a great selection of other stores to visit. The gates here are no more than 10 minutes away from the main entry into the lounge, so not too far to walk to get on board our A320neo. Let's head to gate F65 and catch today's flight. As you would expect from a Swedish airport, everything is very well designed, with big glass windows allowing you to see all the action outside. At the F gates there's a small cafe bar to grab some last minute snacks. Pre-boarding started nice and early. Here's today's aircraft, a 1-year-old A320neo, the Irish registered India Foxtrot. Before long it's time to head down the jet bridge and get on board today's aircraft. We're in seats 18A and B tonight. Different side of the aircraft for me for once. It's getting late, so let's take off into the dark sky and set our course for Heathrow. The seat on board is similar to that of Norwegian, with the addition of at-seat USB power. Legroom is more than adequate for the length of the flight. I didn't film the Wi-Fi, but it was also available, although extraordinarily expensive. The flight progressed without any fanfare, and around 2 hours after takeoff, we touched down on 27 right before parking up at Terminal 2. As we disembark, that brings us to the end of today's 2 flights with Norwegian and Scandinavian. If you've flown either, do let me know how you found them down in the comments. I do reply to every single one that I get. There's plenty more videos to come, so until then, thank you for watching and we'll see you next time.
Bye.